69. Learn English with Justin Bieber, live music and struggle. You seem like your best self right now, right? How did we get here? Similarly, you can say, I'm not there yet when you mention a goal that you haven't achieved yet. We also say getting there, which means making progress towards a goal. That sucks. I'm sorry you went through that for real. Go through is a phrasal verb that we commonly use to talk about issues from the past or difficult or unpleasant things we experienced. That sucks. I'm sorry you went through what for that for real. In this context, he uses for real to express that he is genuine about his feeling of sorrow and sadness that Justin went through a difficult period in his life. Another informal example is when we want to express surprise at something we think is stupid or funny. We use it in a question to ask if someone is being serious because what they have done is ridiculous. I can't believe what he said. Is he for real? I'd rather get away than to be in this cycle. We say would rather often as I'd rather to say that you would prefer to do or have something. I'd rather you didn't go out alone. However, notice that we use the past symbol here, even though we are talking about the present. Compare. Same subject. I'd rather stay at home than go out tonight. Different subject. I'd rather you stayed at home tonight. It's based on who I truly am. It allows us to take a step back and focus on each other. Literally, if you take a step back, you move one step backwards, the opposite of taking a step forwards. In the sense of when we use it to describe our thoughts and actions when dealing with a problem. It means to remove yourself from a situation, often in order to consider it from a broader or more objective perspective, and that turned into working on an album. There are some interesting features of fluent speech in this sentence that we can use to practice, and is heavily reduced, almost to just a consonant sound that gets barely pronounced before that. He says, and that turned, and that turned, and that turned into working on an album. That turned into working on an album. Next, he doesn't actually say into, he say inner. That turned into working on an album. And working on an album links on together, and this G just get chopped. He says, working on an album, working on an album, working on an album. Turn into working on an album. Then this life would take me by storm. If someone takes something by storm, they all of a sudden become extremely successful. Justin says this because he became famous at the young age of 15 when he appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show in 2011. That this life would take me by storm. To me, I look at this like, wow, you made it out of this. We say, for example, we made it to indicate that we have completed a task, arrived at a place, or to indicate that we've succeeded in a particular activity. So when he says Justin made it out of this, he's saying that he successfully dealt with an issue. Uplift people, lead with love. If a person uplifts you, they make you feel good about yourself and hopeful. Real secure people add value to people. Real secure people uplift people. Real secure people lead with love and humility. That's what we want. However, this collocation lead with love and lead with humility is different. Another collocation that's in some sense similar to those is when we say that someone leads by example, which means to do what you say everybody else should do. If you lead with something, you show that that's a very important value that you prioritize over everything else. I could have avoided a lot of pain. Could have is reduced and said that could have or even coulda. Then he says a lot of pain, a lot of pain. This is a wide ride, and I'm happy to be doing with you guys. If we definitely why, we define wide and ride separately. Ride refers to the act of using a machine and an amusement park, like a roller coaster ride. On the other hand, besides using it to describe an animal, we also say something is wild when it is very enjoyable and exciting, like a wild party. So these words together, a wild ride, describes an experience that is great adventure. You could describe a relationship with someone as a wild ride, meaning that it has good and bad moments. You can also describe other types of experiences using this word. And I'm happy to be doing it with you guys. It's growth and it's hope. All the things we all crave as individuals. You are good enough. You don't have to put on a front. Put on a front, you try to appear happier or braver than you really feel. In this example, he uses it as a synonym of pretend. Okay, that's it.